Guess where we are. Hey guys. It should be the Mexican flag, by the way. Or a South American flag. About that title on that last one, it said zero battery. By the time I had walked home from that wishing spot, not fishing, wishing, my legs were killing me. And the battery on the phone was just almost totally, it was like 2% left on the phone. So I had enough time to get back, put a title on that, and put it out, which surprised me because that uploaded quicker than any other over 1 hour rant that I've put on the web. So that was amazing. Plus, I got what's up, Joe? I got in touch with Melissa and got all the paperwork signed for a collab. You got to talk like an idiot nowadays on YouTube. Grapes. I want a bunch of grapes. Yeah, right. You can't say the real word. That somebody was assaulted. You got to use all this new garbage language. I've been following that Karen Read case, and that's just absolutely disgusting. The way law enforcement is today. And it gets worse if you haven't been following these accountability sites. It gets so much worse. That Karen Read case is, I can't say it's nothing, but it just shows what these cops will do. That one cop says that there was no body on that property when he walked out the door, when he walked out and got into his vehicle. How is that even possible? Well, it's possible that it wasn't there and they put it there after the fact. Sure. That whole taillight thing doesn't even make sense. I mean, it makes sense that it could have been broken, but not in the way they said it did. And the cop on the stand was, man, that just reeked of lying. How the heck, how did that judge, or how is a judge even able to sit there, lie after lie after lie? And that's a cop. The cop's name, he should be on the Brady list. First of all, that Brady list is when nothing you say can be trusted. That's the Brady list. It means you are a liar with a gun. You are a liar. You are demented. So how the heck isn't this judge going to charge this cop with perjury, aiding and abetting? And when if you get pulled over, cop is going to give you a ticket for that air freshener hanging on your mirror. He'll give you a ticket if you have loud pipes. Give you tickets for, you were, going back and forth a little bit. Oh, you're going too slow. You're going too fast. So they should nail these cops with every charge in the book. Lying under oath, assault with weapon, every single thing you could tack on them, you should tack on them. And fines should be doubled, tripled, and I think that capital punishment should only apply to government employees. Any way that a government employee, state, city, township, village, tent, whatever, whatever, that's all capital punishment should apply to. is those people that would terrorize citizens, terrorize children, the elderly. Their pensions should be divided up, not given back to the city or state or whoever it is, because they're just going to waste it. They're going to get more resources to harass and harm you. And that's a fact. Anybody that doesn't like what I'm saying obviously hasn't looked at the news. And again, I'll go easy with that one because the news doesn't actually put these things up on front page. Oh, look, this government official, this cop did this cop did that. They don't do it. They don't do it. So, that's just bad. Karen Reed, you got to stop in at, here's the deal. Brian's always got excellent content. Everybody goes over to Here's the Deal. Everybody, all the auditors, everybody shoots over there. Because Brian does a real good job. He doesn't cover the stuff that Gunnison Undercover on Facebook, where New Jersey Exposed covers. New Jersey Exposed and Gunnison Undercover cover all of the abuse charges from police and anybody political. I don't see anybody else covering it. And the shocking thing is that there's so many reports coming in that Gunnison actually, man, some weeks it's like every day of the week he's getting 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1 coming in of some kind of assault. That should be like a major capital punishment. And no questions about it. And how do these cops that get put on the Brady's list wind up still working? It just shows you that they got relatives and connections and they should never be trusted. So we got a little bit of cloudy weather today, a little breezy, warm enough out here. I hope everybody had a safe Memorial Day and didn't get in any trouble or hurt. I hope you's, oh man, I gotta lean up against this thing for a second. My back is totally shot. You can see it's cloudy. Beautiful though. A little breezy. See the trees blowing in the wind there. The advertisements flapping around. Yeah, I went to the pizzeria. The pizzeria was closed. And by the time I got finished BSing, the battery was garbage. And normally I carry a backup battery with me, a brick, whatever the heck they want to call it nowadays. Battery backup. And I got really, really, really good cables. So that's just me not getting out and having my everyday carry list addressed properly. I should have that on me. I should have the proper cables on me. I should. But again, I was out of commission for quite a while there and still going through a little bit of shock. I still am with running into Melissa. My God, that was really something. And my friend is back from traveling abroad and back at home in her country, which I was very glad. So why do people call it a vacation when there's so much stress packing, going to the airport, getting it? Okay, so you go to the airport, what, 4 times? Going there, getting off at another airport, doing whatever vacation thing, which is what? It probably involves eating a lot of rotten food. Right? No, I'm not in Mexico, but you would think so. Eating a lot of bad food, loss of sleep, getting used to the different hours. So it seems to be pretty stressful traveling. So I never did any traveling. I'm afraid to fly. I really am. I know the plane that I get on will probably be the one that falls out of the sky. I don't want to tempt fate any more than I already had. 71, and I'm treading lightly, treading very lightly. I want to thank you all. These are very, very good, kind people. Thank you so much. I'm going to continue following that Karen Read thing. And oh, man, let me not forget that P. Diddy case. Whose name is not on that? And that Ashton Kutcher. Oh, my God. What a slimy weasel. And didn't his friend Danny Masterson, isn't that his name, just go down big time for his role in that grapes? The grapes. With his graping. Didn't Kutcher? What a slime weasel he is. So I hope he catches the full weight of the law. His wife as well. What is it? Mila Kunis, whatever the heck. All of them. I hope they go down the toilet. And this case is so gigantic. It's amazing. They got names of heads of state on there. Osama's on there. The Orange Man is on there. And listen, that's the way the government, that's the way they roll. You could go back into history and see every one of those heads of state was some kind of philanderer pervert. So, now you know I have no political party. I don't. I truly believe we have a one-party system. I believe that. Nobody's doing anything to move right or left of center, and center is where they set it to be so corrupt and dishonest that all they do is take money for you. They were recently a bunch of charges in the middle of this country. The one state was doing all of these driving under the influence busts. But these people were, the blood alcohol, the breath tests were showing that they were turning up zeros on the meters, but they were still getting arrested. So that means you're paying court costs, you're going to jail, your life is ruined, and the cops don't care. They don't care. They know you're not drunk. They look at the meter. The meter says you're drunk. You're drunk. Okay. The meter says you're not drunk. You're drunk. You're drunk. That's it. And those stupid drug sniffing dogs, I don't believe that for a second. Can they? Yes. Dogs have a great sense of smell. Can they be trained? Yes, absolutely. On specific, sure. Do they also know that they're pleasing their master? Yes. Yes, dogs pick up on all kinds of little minute micro tells that you see that, a human might not notice it, but a dog will notice if you smile, if your facial expression, they'll notice all of that. So I don't trust that evidence without a whole bunch of other indicators involved in it like that. So Thabo and Ray, the guy with the monkey that was pulled over, man, that's a high IQ. When you could see and hear of something, laws, and then all of a sudden be able to understand, dissect them, use them, and put them to use. That's a high IQ. Seeing something and being able to assimilate it and being able to use it again. He's got a high IQ. Unfortunately, the cops and the government officials have extremely low IQs. Some people would call it a room temperature IQ. Like 70, probably lower. It has to be lower. And all they're thinking about is screwing people. That's it. Poor people, wealthy, old people. And again, go back to that case in Australia where that 97-year-old woman, they didn't mind killing her. They didn't mind at all. And if it was somebody, offing a cop, that's capital punishment right there. But a cop offing somebody, no problem whatsoever. Get over, and they won't face anything. They'll probably get promoted. And that's not sarcasm, that's just the truth. please get over. Check out Thabo, Thabo, and Ray. Here's the deal. You know, that's one of my favorite sites. James Freeman just never lets up. He never gives up. Josh, oh man, there's so many out there right now, and it's good. That's a good thing. So I thought this was going to be a lot shorter than that, but I got to shout out all of these people, because if it wasn't for them, I really wouldn't have a direction. Actually, I felt like I was in this all alone. We actually are, but there's more people here in the accountability community than you could shake a stick at now. So, and yes, I heard rumors that the auditor, Amagansett Press, is doing some real shady stuff, but innocent until proven guilty. Is he obnoxious, abrasive? Yes. I don't know what the charges are. Something to do with theft or grand larceny or whatever the heck. So we'll see what that amounts to. But I wanted to bring that out. It's not like the accountability community is hiding anything or burying. So that's Amagansett Press and his son. I think that's his stepson. They got a little bit of a cloud hanging over him at this point. And I hear that all night. And you can see traffic is just backed up. Now that it's past, let me get away from the back of this guy's car so that he's got a free range of vision and he doesn't have to worry about me. So, and the traffic is going to be getting worse. Oh, by the way, the Asian restaurant was closed on Memorial Day, and I kind of know why, because of, stigma and stuff like that. But these are very good people. They did close. The rest of these places were open, but the Asian restaurant closed down out of respect. I know that they won't say, but I know that's what they did. They're very nice people. They take care of me very, very well. So I'm glad everybody's back where they should be, in their homes and surrounded by friends. And I just got a whole bunch of jig heads. They're pieces of lead with hooks in them that you tie to your fishing line. And what I'm going to do is powder coat them. So I got 200. It's a lot of work in prepping them things up. So I got to set up to do a little mass production of them. The guy that mailed me them, I bought. Very, very clean lead, very nice jig heads. And if I was anywhere else, I'd be catching fish with them. But anyway, I'm going to keep my eye on that P. Diddy case. I'm keeping my eye on that Karen Reed case. I'm keeping my eye on John Bonet's case. That's holy mackerel. And the McCann case. My source of information I'm getting from True Crime Rocket Science, and there's a bunch of thinkers on that site. My God, it's a pretty good site. So True Crime Rocket Science, I think the guy's name is Nick, does a phenomenal job. People say, oh, well, you don't. He goes to these places. He goes over to where John Bonet, he goes over to where McCann's, he goes over to where Diddell, he goes there. He goes, he watches, he sees, he gets into it. So that's where I'm getting my information on these crazy cases. And as far as the P. Diddy cases, that's just all over the place right now. I mean, so many people, so many people. But in P. Diddy's favor, he's swayed all kinds of ways. He's octisexual. So he's right at home there, man. Pitching, catching. I tend to think he'll be a catcher in prison, unless he's paying, protection all the time, which should be illegal in prison. But I'm sure he gets special treatment anyway. It's not going to make a difference when that gavel comes down and says life. Should he get life? If everything they're saying is true, he should get life. Definitely. Anyway, folks, if you made it this far, hit that thumbs up. The zero battery, I just meant that the battery was down to 2% by the time I got home, plugged it in, and just hit upload whatever the heck I do and put a title and put down that no children allowed on here. This is not meant for children. So I'm going to get some dinner and geezer on back home and eat my dinner. I will be talking at you later. Have an uneventful day. I'm out.